Stephen Curry leaves no doubt how he feels about former Warriors teammate. There is nothing but love. Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry seems to be a pretty affable, easygoing guy, which is why it is no surprise to hear his recent comments on former teammate Klay Thompson. There is clearly nothing but love between the two, even though they are now on different teams. Curry appeared on the Dubs Talk podcast and was asked about the legendary duo that Curry and Thompson were for so many years with the Warriors. Stephen Curry emphasizes selflessness when talking about Klay Thompson. When we got going, it wasn't like, oh, when it's my turn. There was no jealousy on like who got theirs on any given night, which is hard to find in the league, and is why we kept it together as long as we did. Curry said of his backcourt combination with Thompson. Curry is right that a big part of the reason the two were such a great pairing as the Splash Brothers is that there was no ego with the two of them. They only cared about winning, which is why Curry was more than willing to draw double teams if it meant Thompson would get a wide-open look. On the other side of the floor, Thompson was willing to take on the opponent's best defender because of his defensive skills, even if some players might have chafed at that assignment for fear that it would affect their shooting. The duo only cared about winning. That is why they were both on board with Kevin Durant joining the team. Players with more fragile egos may not have been on board with another star player entering the fray and eating into their stats, but both guys knew adding a player of Durant's caliber would make them practically unstoppable. It is also important that Curry brought up how rare that sort of selflessness is. How many times in the NBA have we seen stars on the same team not reach their potential because they could not leave their ego at the door? There was none of that in Golden State during the championship years, which is part of what made the team's run so special. Sure, the two are on different teams now, but there is still a ton of love between them. Even though Thompson is currently in decline with the Dallas Mavericks, he will always be a legend in the Bay Area for what he and Curry were able to do during those magical years together.